Vandals strike along a popular hiking trail. Hear how a local artist and business owner stepped in to help. First, it was local festivals. Now, 4th of July festivities are up in the air across the mountains.
And rain chances increase as we head into tomorrow. I'll have more details on that now at 4:30.
For some, it may just seem like a rock, but to the people of Prestonsburg, it is part of its beauty. So when vandals decided to spray paint over a mural, a local artist and store owner stepped in. WIMT's Buddy Forbes explains how they responded and helped one of the city's popular hiking trails.
Years ago, this rock on Sugar Camp Mountain was vandalized. So a local artist came up and painted this mural. It has since been known as the Beautiful Rock, until recently, when vandals hit again. The rock was originally painted by Selena Valencia to show that beauty is more vibrant than hate. Symbols and graffiti were added to the mix earlier this month, upsetting many people in the Prestonsburg community. So City Perk owner Jen Kopecki, who is also a local artist, stepped in to lend a helping paintbrush because she always keeps them on hand.
So I just decided to cover it up, and it was actually very therapeutic. It was a really nice way to outlet my aggravation for the day, not just because I was painting something, but because I was covering up negativity once again.
Kopecki says the powerful thing about this community is that someone is always willing to step up to help keep it beautiful. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WIMT Mountain News.
And that's certainly a beautiful place up there. We will hear more from Kopecki later about how the mindset that contributed to the painting of the rock is fueling passion and creativity during the pandemic. A man is facing a list of charges after police say he dragged a state trooper with his vehicle. Police arrested Randy Sullivan Tuesday night. Troopers say they were looking for a suspect in connection with an officer-involved shooting in Knox County when they stopped a vehicle in Whitley County. Investigators say Sullivan sped off and dragged the officer. A trooper then fired at Sullivan. Sullivan was taken to UK hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The trooper was not seriously hurt. Sullivan is charged with attempted murder of a police officer and running from police. Police still need your help finding a Harlan County inmate that walked away from work release. This is David Parsons. Investigators say he got away while planting potatoes in the jail's garden. Anyone with information should call Kentucky State Police. The death of a Louisville EMT is gaining some national attention. Louisville Metro Police shot and killed Breonna Taylor during a raid last month. Mayor Greg Fisher says shooting investigations involving police take time, but he's reached out to the Attorney General, Governor Beshear, and the U.S. Attorney's Office. Governor Beshear is calling for the investigation to be reviewed.
Well, hopefully you guys were able to get out and enjoy the beautiful day we had today. If not, you still have a few hours to do so, so you'll be able to get out there and enjoy that. But let me take you to a couple of these current conditions so you can see how nice it has been. If you look on top of Buffalo Mountain, you can see that nice mix of sun and clouds up there, and we pretty much saw similar conditions around all of the mountains today. If you look into Jackson, you can see they've seen plenty of sunshine as well. They even got into the 80s today. They are right at 82 right now, so we're still seeing those warmer temperatures out there if you want to get out and enjoy it, and mostly dry conditions as well. You can look at satellite and radar. We have seen a few stray pop-ups as we've gone through the past couple of hours, but overall we've been on that mainly drier side all day today, and I think this is going to be the trend that we continue to see as we head into those evening and overnight hours tonight. But you can see temperatures, wow, we were really warm today. I mean, we got into those 80s. Some of us still in those 70s, but overall we all saw that nice warm weather that we love to see for this time of year. And we'll continue to stay on the warmer side as we head into tonight. For overnight lows, we're only going to be getting into those lower 60s. So as you wake up tomorrow on your Friday, it's actually going to be nice and warm, and we'll continue to see plenty of sunshine tomorrow as well. But we do have some rain chances coming back into the forecast too, and I'll break those down for you here in just a little bit. Steve.
All right, thank you, Brooke. Officials in Corbin pulled the plug on an annual celebration this week as budgets get tighter and public safety remains a priority. WYMT's Will Puckett explains.
The decision was made Tuesday night in a meeting with the commissioners. It has been in discussion since the end of April to put off this year's fireworks show. Corbin Tourism and Convention Commission Director Maggie Kriebel says the annual 25-minute show costs $12,000 to put on. And as they continue to keep a close eye on their budget for 2021, they decided this was the right call for everyone involved.
It was an extremely difficult decision in terms of not wanting to disappoint the community. The 4th of July, of course, is our most patriotic event. It brings families and children out, to be patriotic, and it's something fun for the community.
Now, Kriebel says they hope to be able to bring it back in 2021. They hope their budget starts to even out as a result of this decision for 2020. She says canceling this year's show was just the best decision for the interest of public safety. In Corbin, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
The Corbin Tourism and Convention Commission is looking at a 50% reduction in their budget for 2021. The University of Kentucky has a few ideas about how it can start the fall semester. One option would delay the start of classes until after Labor Day. A hybrid semester would start in August and in-person instruction would end with Thanksgiving break. UK is looking for feedback on each plan. It expects to have a final decision by June. The University of Louisville is lifting its requirements for SAT and ACT scores for some freshmen who are applying for the fall of 2021. The university lifted the requirement for some students this fall to test the idea out. Some programs will still require scores, though. Students who apply for the schools of engineering, nursing, and business will still have to submit scores, and scores will still be used for some scholarships. The university says it made this move because of canceled test dates and to relieve some pressure on prospective students. Weeks in coordination among different agencies will lead to the reopening of some grounds at Cave Run Lake this weekend after portions of it closed because people were not following guidelines. Officials say they will be enforcing social distancing with no more than 10 people gathering together, and they add, if people cannot abide by the new guidelines, they will likely have to close it yet again.
Had it not been for the picnic areas and the way people were packing in there earlier on, it would have never been closed anyway. It's just because it was in the cluster with the trail and the picnic area and the beach that it got it to this level.
Owners with Scotts Creek Marina on Cave Run Lake said that right now they are unsure when they'll be able to reopen and rent boats. It's been 2 months since Governor Beshear closed down non-essential businesses because of the COVID-19 pandemic. That included retail stores. Next Wednesday, May 20th, they will be able to reopen under strict new guidelines. Olivia Russell shows us what some of those are.
Retail businesses have about a week to prepare, train employees, and make changes if they plan on opening on May 20th. Like restaurants, retail businesses can only operate at 33% capacity. They're also encouraged to modify internal traffic and create a waiting system for people outside. Employees also need to maintain at least 6 feet of distance. But where distance isn't possible, cash registers will likely have clear glass barriers. In addition to all of this, basic hygiene guidelines still apply for employees, like wearing masks, washing hands frequently, and sanitizing areas or items that have been touched.
We have been bringing people back very slowly. We're just trying to make sure that people are safe. So we're training our associates on each step of keeping the public safe. Mask, hand washing, keeping people the right feet apart. As you can see what my mask says, 6 feet apart.
And of course, this new normal probably won't feel normal to shoppers. That's why the state has instructed businesses to post the new guidelines outside of the stores. In Lexington, Olivia Russell, WKYT.
Stores are also encouraged to continue offering sales online and over the phone, even if they choose to reopen. The tension felt nationwide between ensuring public health and reopening the economy came to a head in Wisconsin. The state Supreme Court overturned the governor's stay-at-home order, calling it unlawful, invalid, and unenforceable. Last night's ruling could have national implications, and as you could see in that early video, the bars were already packed in some places last night after that ruling. Now, it comes as the number of confirmed coronavirus cases in the U.S. climbed to more than 1.4 million, according to Johns Hopkins. The number of deaths worldwide is now above 300,000, and more than 85,000 of those are in the United States. Today, the owner of a major U.S. surgical mask manufacturing company told a House subcommittee that the Trump administration ignored his offers to ramp up production in the early months of the coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, President Trump went to Pennsylvania to announce a plan to ramp up domestic production of personal protective equipment.
Under my order, it will now also invest in our country, helping to bring vital factories, pharmaceutical producers, and most importantly, jobs back home where they belong.
The president says he wants to replenish the national stockpile by the fall. He says he'll be making an announcement next week about the World Health Organization. The U.S. froze funding to the international agency last month, pending an investigation into its initial response to the COVID-19 outbreak. Coming up on Mountain News at 4:30, if you're fortunate enough to still have an income right now, financial experts give us 5 money goals you should consider.
And we will be seeing some rain showers over our weekend. I'll have your full forecast coming up.